Talk. This is Lunchtime Tech Talk with Kempton and Sarb. This
And
is,
I'm trying to remember when the last one was, Kempton.
yeah, I
Uh,
can't remember. I have to look at our old record. It was many, many years ago. Um,
you know, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to
mm,
look it up.
all right. While you
Um,
look it up, let me explain a little bit. So lunchtime is what Sab and I used to be colleague working in Vancouver, in Richmond actually, uh, working on an air traffic control project. And when we were in the project at the same time working, we like to take lunch together and then walk around the building and talk about this and that and anything under the sun. I mean, tech stuff mainly, but then we talk about anything. It doesn't have to be something that we have conclusive knowledge about, but hey, it's interesting. Then we talk about it. Am I like is that what you remember,
oh,
Sir?
for sure, for sure. Now, going back to when our last one was here,
hmm
uh, found it on the web here, but I can't see a date.
Oh yeah, there's the data on the web page.
Ah,
Let
okay.
me look for it. And let's start off with a topic that actually is it's out of this world. It's out of this world because we're going to talk about Chris Hadfield,
Yeah,
Commander Chris Hadfield. He's in the International Space Station now. uh,
that's right. That's right. I must admit, I haven't been following that news so closely,
mm,
but
yeah.
I hear that he was blogging or
Right, right. I mean, this time around, I have been following quite a bit about him. So he was on, he was on, I think Twitter quite a
mhm,
bit, and
mhm.
then tweeting with none other than Mr. Bill Shatner, like, or as we
Really?
know, Captain Kurt.
Yeah.
And then the Canadian Space Agency jump in and suggest, Mr. Shatner, if you have time, you want to come to the headquarters and actually talk to Chris in space.
How's that? How
That
about
is really cool. And Chris Hadfield is in on Google Plus too, and he has
is that
been
right?
posting a lot of pictures both on Twitter and
Hmm.
on
Hmm.
Google Plus, and those pictures are spectacular.
I got to check those out. I haven't,
Yeah.
as I say, I haven't followed the news there, but it sounds
Mm-hmm.
interesting.
Right. And I think that the fun thing is people also taking this as an opportunity to, Chris and the space agency and NASA and whatnot is taking this to re energize people's interest in space.
Right.
And there are so many new people following Chris now, and
Yeah.
his back and forth between him and Captain Kurt. That was a lot of fun, and sometimes you need the fun in space to get things going a little. I think.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Just before we started talking, since I knew
Mm.
you were gonna talk on the space topic,
Yeah.
I was looking up. Let's see now if I can find it. It's a, you know, the BBC has lots of sort of educational pages on their website.
Right. Right.
It was one called BBC Future Science and Environment. How big is space?
Oh. Mm-hmm.
And how to show this there. Is there a share screen? Is that worth attempting?
I don't know if there's a share screen, but you can actually type the link there in the bottom, and then I can
I'm gonna
click and take a look, and then maybe if I can find some way to put in the image in our chat and for others to see,
do that.
at least in this portion.
Okay, this one
Yeah.
here.
Oh, all right. I see.
What this is a web page,
Mm-hmm.
and you keep scrolling down, right? And it
Right.
starts off at the Earth, and
Mm-hmm.
you scroll down a little bit, you see an aeroplane, and it says
Mm-hmm.
aeroplane, you know, furthest distance from the Earth, 11 kilometers. So
Right, right.
11.
Oh, it's one of those info graphics thing, and
Yeah, it's kind of
gives you
cool.
an
It's
idea.
kind of cool. Then it says, you know, X1 aircraft, 22 kilometers.
Mm-hmm.
Lego Naut, 24 kilometers, launched by two Canadian teenagers, January 2012. I have no idea about that story, but it sounds interesting. And then, you know, typical weather balloon, highest unmanned balloon flight. You scroll down a little bit further, 100 kilometers Aurora Borealis. You scroll down a little bit more. They
Mm-hmm.
changed I think they changed the scale at some point here. First spaceman, Hubble Space Telescope, 1,000
Mm-hmm.
kilometers. Furthest traveled by a dog,
Yeah, first.
660 kilometers.
Right.
Now, you can play around with this website. You carry on going and going and going. And a bit that I like, when you get to the bottom,
Yeah.
you get to the bottom and it says, okay, 21.24 billion kilometers. I guess that's the outer reaches of the solar system. And it says, I don't know if you see this, you've now reached the outer edges of our solar system, a distance of more than 21 billion kilometers. It would take you 22 million years of continuous scrolling on this scale to get to the farthest regions of the observable universe.
I like that. 22 million years of continuous
22
scrolling.
million years if I carried on scrolling.
Yeah.
On the scale that they have here, and a scale's like
it's
1
amazing.
billion
It's the good old HO question of how do you put I don't know is our connection good, but it's the HO conundrum of how do you show space scale, right?
Yes. I mean, here they change the scale and then eventually give up. And but yeah, it's just, I mean, astronomical scales, as we know, they're just fascinating, and they're just beyond comprehension, really.
Right, it is. It's hard to imagine. I'll show you something, Sarb. You have a laugh, I bet. So, Christmas, for Christmas, we bought ourselves one of those nifty Bluetooth wireless speaker.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
JBL.
So JBL Flip. This model is called the Flip, and it sounds great, except the Bluetooth suck.
What do you mean? So
what it means is with this guy, if we close a door on it, it kind of quit. The data starts dropping, and I think it's as bad as just a few, like me, the speaker a few feet away, me holding my phone, and as I turn my body with my flesh and bone blocking the signal path, like this is line of sight, right? It actually like caused it to drop out.
This is really not Bluetooth, but a near-field communication.
Maybe, right, yeah, the near-field communication, yeah. It has to be quite near, a few feet. So what happened? I give them credit in some sense, and I guess I give Apple credit too. So when I complain, Apple actually did do this. So I've got two.
Oh, yeah.
They sent in, the white was out of stock, so they, instead of, like, long story short, they sent me another one, and would you guess how well this guy performed?
Let me guess. You can use the other one as a Bluetooth repeater now and double your range.
Yeah, right. I wish it could do a repeater, but no, it has the same problem.
Okay. So then, you're gonna like this then. I guess my daughter wanted a iPod dock. I said, well, if you get an iPhone 5 later on, they're different connectors.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. You just want music. Let's get something that plays music. So the Sonos system, they got it's really good actually. It's they're basically wireless speakers, wireless over your Wi-Fi, super easy to configure and get going. Just that's one of their claims, is it's a very easy system to set up, and they're right. I had no problem setting it up.
Wi-Fi over the N variant, the high-speed variant, or is it the new?
I'm not sure it matters really. Basically what you can do, of course, you can. In my case, the music is on a network attached storage.
Oh, okay.
I just pointed it to that, and wonderful. Now the remote app, which runs on your iPhone, your iPad, your Mac, PC, you can use it to remotely control which music is being played on which of your Sonos speakers. So
really? So your daughter can actually use her iPhone or her iGadget, and then to control the Sonos, to pull music from the network storage.
Even better, as a parent, I don't need to shout and say turn that music down. I can do it myself from my.
You can you really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, that's cool.
Any of the Sonos components on the same Wi-Fi, of course, are all accessible from any of the instances of their remote control app. Right. But the one nice thing is they've done a really good job They've been around 10 years,
Mm-hmm.
and the quality of the application, the software
Mm-hmm.
is fantastic.
Oh.
I'm kind of addicted to it myself, thinking of buying
Oh.
some more of their components. They're not cheap, mind you. I think their Play 5 is like
Mm.
$450 Canadian. So
Mm-hmm.
that's, you can get other things a lot cheaper, but
Mm-hmm.
they do seem to have a nice package.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
know it's been around 10 years, so
Right. Oh, that's pretty cool. So yeah, I may look it up next time I go to
yeah.
visit Future Shop, right? If you're saying Future Shop or Best Buy,
We bought it from Future Shop.
Future
Yeah.
Shop. Okay, yeah, we do have a Future Shop near us, so we may check
Okay.
it out. Yeah. So like I was saying, with the JBL Flip, I mean
Yes.
it's a pretty handy speaker, like $100, and it fill up the whole room, and that's why I
Right.
feel so bummed that it sounds so great. The first version, or which they admit
Mhm.
that their antenna problem, and
Seeing that.
I've looked at their FCC filings and see, okay, well, really, the first version, they have an onboard antenna, and then the second version, they actually have a tiny little wire hook up to
Yes.
maybe an antenna that is 1.5 inch or something like that.
Yes.
So I'm hoping that the newer improved antenna, the new units that they're going to send me, would work, because I mean, after like $100, that's I have no complaint.
Yeah, I mean,
450 for the Sonos. I mean,
and
it's actually powerful, but yeah, I'll have to see the sound.
Bluetooth technology. I mean, your PlayStation wireless controller happily works over 10, 15, feet, no problem, right?
Right, exactly. Yeah, and the worst one that we have is like maybe 6 feet, and then I turn my body around. My flesh and bone just cut off the wireless frequency. That was
Yes.
really the most funniest
Yeah.
one for me. Like, really, are you saying like my flesh and bone can enough
Ob-
to stop the the
Yeah,
transmission?
obviously a glitch in their design somewhere.
Yeah. Unfortunately, yeah. So, all right. Well, thanks a lot, Sarp. And yeah, as in our previous walking around building
Yeah.
lunchtime talk, we will talk about any topics that come to our minds or interest us. And I hope people watching this will find it fun and watch us another time.
Great.
Cool.
Okay. Bye.
Bye bye now.